In Alwar, when a man was lynched, the Congress attacked the BJP for giving a free run to self-styled Gau Rakshaks. Rahul Gandhi linked the lynching to bigotry. But in Karnataka, the Congress seems to have done a startling U-turn of sorts. The Karnataka government in an affidavit defended a law that protects Gau Rakshaks. Can you believe that? Yes. The very same self-styled vigilantes that the Congress accuses of bigotry today are being defended, shielded by the Congress.
There is a legitimate protection which the Gau Rakshak has to get, right? According to the law. And we have only stated like this is the law, and according to that the terms of the protection have been given, and we are going to protect them. So there is no doubt and, there is no confusion in regard to this. Let's be very clear, we are not going to protect any unlawful activity. We are not going to protect anybody who goes and beats up. Right? Any person saying that, look, what is the meat at home? We are not going to protect them.
The Congress is misleading you. It is, I'm afraid to tell you, putting votes over vigilantism. It is playing a dangerous game of hardline appeasement. It isn't the first time. Here are the hard facts up front to establish this. Hard fact number one. 1955, Congress's UP Chief Minister Sampuranan banned cow slaughter. Hard fact 2, 1976, Congress government in Andhra Pradesh banned cow slaughter. Hard fact 3, 1986, Congress under Rajiv Gandhi unlocked Babri Masjid. The consequences are all too well known. And today, the Congress lectures the Bharatiya Janata Party, lectures the Gau Rakshaks, lectures just about everyone else that it perceives to have a different coordinate from its own ideologically as a bigot. Why this duplicity? There is something else that we need to focus on, because the Congress has said that this is essential. It is essential, this law, because it will protect Gau Rakshaks with good intentions. There are many questions that statement arises. Let's throw this open for debate tonight. Joining me this evening, Dr. Sambit Patra of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Ratan Shorda, author and RSS thinker, Ghanshyam Tiwari, leader of the Samajwadi Party, and CM Dhananjay, Chairman Legal and Human Rights Wing, KPCC. Now, I want to ask you, Mr. Dhananjay, if you can hear me, sir.
Yeah.
How will the Congress state government that wants to defend Gau Rakshaks with good faith, how will this Congress government determine?
No, that's what.
No, 1 second. Relax. I haven't even finished my question, sir. Let me finish my question. How will the Congress state government distinguish between malevolent Gau Rakshaks and those with good faith? Is it written somewhere?
Yes. Now, I'd like to clarify to you, because there is a misunderstanding of the Act. So, I like to state that the section 15, the protection of the person acting in good faith, means a competent authority such as veterinary officer, animal husbandary officer, if they act in the good faith, if at all there is a cow got certain diseases, or it is required that has to be killed. So such people will be protected under the section 15 of the Act, not Gau Rakshakas which claims like others, like unlawfully they'll do. For them, our law will take according to the law.
You are cleverly today trying to create a situation. Let me tell you, I'll be very honest with you. You're cleverly trying to today diffuse this entire situation. Obviously, sir, a state government official will not be punished.
What I like to
one
say
second.
that.
Sir, what are you saying?
No,
what are you saying? What are you saying? Obviously, a state government official doesn't need the full immunity of the law because he's only performing his duty.
Sir,
why do you need a new law?
You are not. No, that's what I'm telling you. There is already existing law. That's what we have filed an affidavit before the Honorable Supreme Court stating
so
that in respect to Section 15.
So then why is it, sir? Let me ask you this question. Then
Please,
why
please,
is it
kindly
that Mr. Tehzeeb
allow me to talk,
Poonawalla...
sir. No,
one
I'm
second.
requesting you to allow me to talk. If you don't allow me to talk, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You allow me to talk, then please question me. You ask me the question, I like to answer it. So I request you not to mislead. That section 15 is very clear. It protects only the officers, such as a veterinary doctor and authorized officers of the animal husbandry doctor who gives a certificate stating that the cow is suffering from certain diseases, for which he is eligible to not to be prosecuted under some unlawful people try to take an advantage of that. If you file certain cases against him while discharging his duty, it might prevent him to doing honestly. He might allow the cow to suffer. And there is a
so can I then ask you
that disease can be spread to other
okay,
cows.
Sir, you made a very long,
Please.
expansive point. Now, can I ask you, sir, a very simple question? It's a very simple question, sir.
Please, sir. Please.
You know the person who is opposing this law. The person who is opposing this law is Tehzeeb Poonawalla, who is related to the Congress first family.
Yes, an activity.
No, let me finish.
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Dhananjay,
yes,
now
yes.
you're not allowing me to put the facts there. Are you suggesting, sir, that someone who's related to the Congress first family has got it completely wrong, will be acting against the government of the state of Karnataka, sir? Why would this be the case? Tehzeeb Poonawalla is married into the Congress first family.
The activities, yes, activities such as
No, is he wrong?
Poonawalla has filed an application. No, I'm just coming to you. He filed an application to take a necessary action against the who acted unlawfully, claiming themselves as a cow protector, cow Raksha. They asked him to give, and also they asked him to remove the violent content which is there.
Sir, Mr. Tehzeeb Poonawalla demanded a striking down of Section 15 of the Karnataka Prevention of Cow Slaughter and Cattle Preservation Act of 1964,
yes, I'll agree with you.
which makes the same point that you are making and upholding in the court. Now, I'm asking you and I'm charging you, sir, tonight. And I'm doing it up front.
Yeah, please.
I am charging you with hypocrisy. I want to get the Bharatiya Janata Party
I am also what is the fact? I am also going to tell you what is the fact is there. Other than facts, I won't speak.
1 minute. Let me get in the other side. Dr. Patra, would you like to respond to the earnest Congress member today who is actually arguing against the Congress first family by proxy?
Rahul, it's a very interesting proposition today, because I remember the day when you have pointed out the name also, when Tehzeeb Poonawalla's first tweet appeared that I have been very successful and the Congress is very successful. We had filed a petition, and today the judges have asked for reply from the central government and the 6 states who have this Cow Slaughter Act and Cattle Preservation Act, which we want them to repeal. So when these questions were asked to the central government and to the 6 states, the Congress was very jubilant. They felt that they were victorious, but today suddenly this is a U-turn because Karnataka finds itself defending the Gau Raksha Act. Now, why is it so? The Congress spokesperson was saying that he wants to state the fact. Probably he would go into technicalities. Let me state the fact. The fact is that after all these elections results, especially in Uttar Pradesh where they got 7 seats, naturally it is cow sharanam gacchami for the Congress party. But even the cow is not going to protect the Congress party anymore, because this was a very party which has spread all canards about the cow, which has spread all canards about the Hindu religion. Remember, there was a headline news only a few days back after the UP debacle. It was said that the Congress party has gone into the details of the debacle, and the result was that we have found that our alliance with the Samajwadi party made us look Muslim. That was a headline across all the newspapers, that since they aligned with the Samajwadi party, they looked Muslim, and that is why they got defeated. So today suddenly they want to change their attire and they want to look Hindu, and that is the reason as to why the party which had coined the term Hindu terror, suddenly for them the catch term now is cow sharanam gacchami. But remember, Congress, the cow knows you very well. It is going to kick you with the hoof, because for all these years you have been kicking the Hindus.
You need to respond, Mr. Dhananjay. You need to respond, sir.
See, unfortunately, they try to make it as a politicalized. We are only trying to tell the court that the section 15, we will say only with the intention to protect the officers and the doctors who give the certified that such a cow, calf or etc. If it is suffering from any diseases, it can be killed. For such thing, they are given in the acts of a good faith. If they carry out their duties and discharge their duties, they should not be punished. No, they should not be. Yes, that is the act clearly says. I request you to allow me to read the section. What section 15 clearly says: protection of a person acting in a good faith. No suit, prosecution, or other legal proceedings shall be instituted against the competent authority. That is what I like to say. Competent authority means you kindly go. I'll go any cow or animal operated upon.
Your competent authority is acting in good faith or not. And if you have one second. If you have a police force, why do you need competent authorities? I don't understand this. What is a competent authority? I'm not understanding it. How do you know it's going to act in good faith?
Sir, I like to clarify. Yes,
does he wear it here? I'm acting in good faith today. Will he put it on his forehead?
No, I like to. Hello.
Why are you today trying to run away from the obvious?
No,
for
just
votes,
allow me to speak,
for
sir.
Votes,
no, we don't run away from anything. Don't make it a don't do that.
Happening today. That is what is happening today, sir.
You want to carry on speaking like that? I'm sorry. You allow me to speak, I will speak. You don't, please don't interfere when I'm speaking.
You're reading that same
I like to clearly say.
Article.
Not same. No. What is the... Hello, what is the section 15 says? Kindly read it out. Or I'll read that. Kindly let the public know
the relative
that other
of the
people
Congress first family says that section 15 must be struck down.
What I like to...
Hey, you're not understanding.
That's what I'm
not understanding.
You let us
understand. You're trying to be very...
No, I am very well understanding. I like to make you clear what is section 15
Don't make me clear.
To protect that
make the relative of the Congress first family clear. Because the Congress first family relative is the one who's fighting you in court. Now, why would he be doing that, sir?
See, sir, you kindly see, according to...
Why would this Tehzeeb Poonawalla, who
you
is
are unnecessarily talking something, let me come to the subject.
Fighting a state government run by the Congress party, unless it was completely wrong.
You don't make a Hello, mister, you don't politicize all such things. Kindly allow me to read the section properly so that you understand what is the section. Have you got a paper with you?
The relative of the Congress first family politicizing. You answer me my question.
Whoever, is
Tehzeeb Poonawalla playing politics?
Whoever files a petition, whether it is from a Congress or BJP, but we like to stick to the law. Kindly understand that.
Mr. Dhananjay, you are not answering the basic question.
His intention is a two things.
Obviously, there is a problem here.
To the point.
There are some people who are not buying your logic, and one of those people is related to the Congress first family, who is taking you on in court.
So what?
You are taking him on in court. Why are you going?
No.
Why are
Rahul,
you
may come in?
And bending over backwards? Let's open this out. Let's just open this out, because I'll be accused of playing politics. I'll be accused of taking a particular position.
You are playing a politics.
All I know is that the Congress gets very uptight.
I like to tell you, you are playing a politics. You are creating a misunderstanding. You are not understanding the Act section 15 of the Act. You are not reading properly to the public. I'm telling you, kindly go through that section 15. What it says.
May I come in?
Know.
1 second.
Why is exempted? Okay. Why we ask for the...
Sir, you don't have to convert me. You have to convert the relative of the Congress first family.
Hello, we are not bothered about whether it is a Congress or a BJP. We like to see what the law says.
So
we filed a problem here. We filed a petition, affidavit.
Yes. Let me bring in the RSS ideologue also, Ratan Sharda. Mr. Sharda, how do you interpret this? Is Congress backing state-sponsored gundagardi? Simple question I'm asking tonight, directly.
Hello, we are the one who take action. Kindly understand, Karnataka only two incidents have taken place. Immediately we took action, arrested them, produced them to the court.
Just a moment.
And according to law, we arrested them.
Let me first of all put...
Gau Raksha cause. We don't support. We against us. Whoever does against the law, we are against the...
May I come in now? If everybody has said shout, can I come in?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me come in, sir. Let me come in. First of all, Rahul, let me get the politics out of the way. To say that first family and all that, please remember all the state leaders today in Congress are fighting their own battle to survive. the so-called first family has lost hold. So let that politics be aside. Secondly, by saying that vigilantes are being protected, you are being unkind. There is a difference between cow vigilantes and genuine Gau Rakshaks. Let me tell you just an example. Prashant Pujari, a member of RSS in Karnataka in Mangalore, was murdered because he was trying to protect cows. There was Bhaskar Shetty in Udupi who was burned alive because he was protecting cows. There was attack in Alwar, there was attack in UP, there was attack in Maharashtra also. So these attacks on cow protectors, the genuine concern. I am not concerned about vigilantes who should face the law, and they should be punished if they are taking law in their own hands or doing something violently.
Yeah.
But let us not think it's a sin. By the tone of this whole argument is that somebody has done a sin by passing a cow protection law. Cow protection laws were passed long back nearby all the Congress governments. They were not followed in spirit. Now if there is a law which is already there and court is asking, and there is legally somebody is trying to protect cows and is murdered or killed, who should he not be protected?
No, Mr. Sharda.
Then if you laugh about cow protection, would you laugh about dog protection, about pig protection, about horse protection?
To distinguish between
you
the
are
principle
hurting
and
the
the politics.
sentiments of common Hindu.
No, Mr. Sharda, let me just come in 1 second. I want to draw a distinction very clearly.
That is a different issue. As long as it serves my purpose, that genuine people are protected.
There are state
whether
authorities.
it is done by Congress or BJP, I have no problem.
1 second, Mr. Sharda, please don't misunderstand. The story is very simple. There is the principle of cow protection. There are laws to uphold cow protection. And then there is the politics that is around this entire issue. The problem is that when Gau Rakshaks go out there with so-called good intentions and they challenge people who are smuggling or even ill-treating or slaughtering cows, they are labeled as vigilantes in one particular state. But in the Congress-ruled state, these same individuals are being shielded. Is this being done? And I'm simply asking this with a political intention.
Rahul, that is the problem.
You have one principle.
Don't
in
label
Rajasthan,
protectors as vigilantes. All of them are not vigilantes.
But a completely
this way, you are brushing everybody a black stroke. That is not correct.
Absolutely.
Rahul, you cannot label everybody vigilante, even who is genuinely protecting the cows. You cannot call them vigilantes. You cannot call all of them vigilantes. Those who are will not be protected, I hope.
I am making precisely that same point. But the issue here is that the Congress seems to be...
10 seconds?
Yes,
see,
please,
by putting that state-sponsored gundagiri, you are vitiating the whole debate.
No, 1 second.
I didn't expect that from times now they'll be vitiating the whole atmosphere by calling all cow protectors gundas.
No, because they are going to be going out there.
Allow me 10 seconds. Let me explain.
I think you've got the wrong end of this stick here completely.
Protecting a dog is so fashionable. When protecting a horse in US is fashionable, pork is very religious.
Let me come in over here.
Why should I
allow me?
Can I make a point here?
Allow me 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Ghanshyam, just allow me 10 seconds and thereafter you can please continue. See, we have to understand with clarity what the issue is. The issue is, in the absence of any fundamental issue to criticize the opposition, what the Congress had been doing in the last few months, and by few years since Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister of the country, is that they painted this word Gau Rakshak into a black lettered word. They somehow showed that these Gau Rakshaks were the main culprit in this country, and whatever the problem the country was facing was because of Gau Rakshaks. Now, there are two things in this. There are Gau Rakshaks who are respectable people who really and genuinely go out, work for the cow. There are some element, a very minuscule portion of Gau Rakshaks, so-called, I would not call them Gau Rakshaks, I would call them anti-social elements, who in the name of Gau Raksha were taking up anti-socialism, which was snubbed by none other than the Prime Minister of this country. The Prime Minister said, don't indulge in such kind of anti-social activities, because that is giving a bad name to the genuine Gau Rakshaks. The Congress did not buy this theory of the Prime Minister. The Congress wanted to paint every Gau Rakshak as a black ship. Now today the hypocrisy is out in the open that the Congress was beating with a wrong stick. The Congress was criticizing only for the heck of criticism, because in their own state of Karnataka today, they say that, well, yes, there are good Gau Rakshaks as well who need protection. Well, yes, there are some people who are anti-social, and the law is there to deal with the anti-social elements. That's what the BJP has been saying. So why do you criticize the BJP all these years?
Action, immediately we'll take an action. You don't make it.
That
hello, mister, you have just made
hello.
You, without understanding the section 15, you are just interfering and making a misguiding the public.
Section 15
I'm sorry to
states
say that.
very clearly.
Whoever
You
kindly
cannot-
read
no,
the
no, no,
section
you cannot
15 what it
Understand
says.
why this Congress
hunt with the
person is
hounds.
so afraid.
You cannot say
No, no,
Gau
why is
Raksha
making
cause
excuses?
I
I think Congress supporters should be happily owning up.
There are anti-social elements. We will take action according to that. So far in Karnataka, only two
I'm
cases
sorry.
in Udupi, in Dakshina Kannada,
Mr.
immediately we
Sanjay
take
is
an action
losing
against
face
them.
by
There are
trying to run
anti-social
around with the
elements.
argument. He should bravely
Don't try
own up.
to don't take this
I
section
think
15
Sanjay is
to
just
protect the
unnecessarily.
unlawful activity done by the RSS.
Mr. Sanjay bravely
Mr.
own up
Dhananjay,
what you
what
have
is
said.
wrong in
Don't
saying
be
that
afraid of
yes,
Still
things
not
now.
able to understand their mistakes.
You see, the problem with the Congress party is that it wants to run with the hare and hunt with the hound. That's the problem with the Congress party. In one particular state, it opposes Gau Raksha, say they're all gundas. In another state, bona fide Gau Raksha.
Whoever without lawfully do, they are gundas. Anti-social element without the protection of law.
Ghanshyam.
If they do, they call it an anti-social
The
element.
Samajwadi Party is Ghanshyam
Since
Tiwari.
Rahul, since is running around a lot around the bush, please
Rahul,
ask him whether he would protect somebody like Pujari who was
dismiss
killed
this
by
agenda
the, by
as
the
unimportant.
smugglers.
No
won't.
question of protection.
Please ask him whether he will not give
Nothing
protection
happened in that case.
to
They
people
won't
like
Take law
Pujari who
into
were
their
killed.
own hand.
Pujari was killed and he was
question of
forgotten. That's the
protecting
problem. That's the
persons-
point that I'm trying to make.
So don't be apologetic, sir. Don't be apologetic. Be courageous. Be
This
courageous.
is just an election stunt. Please, let's see it for what it is. It's an
Yes,
election stunt.
as
and it's going
Ratan Sharda
against-
ji
People
says,
have been killed in
and it's
Karnataka
going
itself.
against the
As
basic
Ratan
principles
Sharda ji
of
says,
Congress.
you
First
should be
minute.
courageous.
One minute.
Hey, sir, mister. In Karnataka has taken a two incident, immediately we take an action. Kindly
What action?
understand.
Tell me what
We
action.
always, implement
What
the
action?
law.
What action
We
have you
arrested them,
taken?
produced them before the court.
That's it.
We arrested them, produced before the
Yeah,
court.
the person
For
was
their illegal
murdered
act.
in cold blood and you produce them before the court and
They
he's out
crime
on
against
bail.
the court,
What kind of justice is that, sir?
See,
What kind of justice
whatever
is
the law,
that?
no, whatever the law,
Unfortunately,
under the law,
do not today
the law
fool the
takes its own
public.
course.
Do
That
not
means
today
you're
fool the
questioning
public.
law.
I want to bring in
What
one
is
second.
the law? What is the section will be implemented?
One second, sir. Let me bring in
you are
Mr.
speaking
Ghanshyam
something
Tiwari.
which is
Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, here is
unlawfully.
an odd
You
situation.
kindly talk about
The
section
greatest
only, you
opposition
stick
to the
section
Congress's
15,
move
what section
is coming
15
from
says.
within the Congress
You
party.
are talking something, you are politicizing the issues.
I am
which is there,
politicizing
which
it or
is
you
not in the
politicizing it? One
interest of
second,
the-
Mr.
in the
Dhananjay, one
society.
second. One second.
You are
The greatest-
politicizing.
One second, Mr. Tiwari.
Don't do that.
The greatest opposition, which is a real irony here, the
Mr.
greatest
Dhananjay,
opposition.
you are unnecessarily
Okay,
being
one second.
apologetic, lost an opportunity.
Ghanshyam Tiwari, because they don't believe in it. There is no courage behind the conviction. That's the problem. Ghanshyam Tiwari, let me ask you, it's very, very strange. The greatest
Yes.
opposition to this entire
Yes.
move is coming
Yes.
from a person who is related to the Congress first family. There is a contradiction. And that's
Hey,
the
don't
reason
talk
why they're
about
so
politics.
defensive.
Don't bring politics into that.
Who should
politics
set
into
the agenda
that.
of the country?
Don't play a politics. You follow what the rule says. We have
Don't shout, re Baba. Allow your cousin to
rule of
speak.
the land of the state.
Ghanshyam Tiwari,
Hello.
your
See,
ideological
in
cousin of the
BJP scheme of things,
Congress,
in
the
BJP scheme of things,
says
everybody is
ideological
related.
cousin to
BJP
yes.
believes in
We are
parivar,
not
Sangh
going to
parivar,
protect
ye parivar,
anybody
wo parivar.
who can
But let us come to.
Anti-Gau Rakshakas. We
Dhananjay,
condemn that such a
Sir,
incident.
can I make a point here?
calm down, Mr. Dhananjay, calm down. Let someone else speak. Yes,
Sir, calm down. You are misleading.
right. Go ahead, Mr. Tiwari.
Mr. Sanjay ji, Rahul Gandhi is sitting behind the cycle that has been driven by your brother.
Let us not dismiss
Please
the
allow
fact
him to speak.
that it is BJP. It is BJP that has set cow on the national agenda. Today we are talking about UID for cow, ambulance for cow in Uttar Pradesh. A pregnant lady delivered a child on the road because ambulance was not provided. Father had to carry the dead body of his son on his shoulder because ambulance was not provided. But there is ambulance for cow in Uttar Pradesh.
Now it is an issue.
Mr. Dhananjay, please have the patience to listen. Please have the patience to listen.
The Supreme Court is going to
Your friend is speaking, re Baba. Hello. Your friend is speaking.
Please have the
He is
patience to
speaking
listen.
what you are speaking. Allow him.
People who are dying without ambulance is the work of Samajwadi Party.
Cow has been put on the national agenda by BJP. Mr. Ratan Sada, please let me speak. Mr. Ratan Sada, if you are defending cow ambulance and cow UID, so be it. The cow ambulance and cow agenda is not the national agenda that we support.
We are blaming BJP for something you have done.
For youth
you have bankrupted
employed.
There is no health sector there,
farmers,
and you are trying to blame BJP for that.
Stronger internal security.
Gentlemen, let me call this to attention.
Cow is not on our national agenda.
Okay, gentlemen.
If cow is on the national agenda of Congress Party,
gentlemen, the fact is,
how does having a protecting cow change the development agenda?
The fact is that the Congress today has got caught. The Congress today has got caught in a cleft stick. On the one hand, they go after Gau Rakshaks, deem them all gundas, and on the other hand, they want to create a law to shield them. Now, the problem is that the opposition to this move is coming from a person who has moved court asking the Karnataka government to strike down an important provision of a proposed law. That provision will give, will give some amount of immunity to those Gau Rakshaks with good intentions from the law. The relative of the Congress first family finds that abhorrent, has moved court, struck it down. The Congress today has been caught out in its own hypocrisy. In Karnataka, they want to score political brownie points and therefore go ahead with a law shielding Gau Rakshaks. In other states, they go out there and condemn Gau Rakshaks, call them Gau Gundagiris. Here you have the situation. That's where the debate is. The Congress is going to find itself difficult in explaining that point. We'll take a short break. Lots more coming up in just a few moments. The RSS-affiliated Muslim Rashtriya Manch has decided to mentor the Muslim community, especially those that are associated or linked with madrasas. It is going to plead with the Muslim community that tends to the welfare of madrasas to stop eating beef and adopt cows. This meeting by the Muslim Rashtriya Manch is scheduled to take place between May 5 and 6, where it will advise madrasas in specific to give training to students on Bharatiya Tehzeeb. The likely action, which was spelt out by Indresh Kumar, who is the head of this Manch, has sparked a huge debate. First, listen to why he believes that it is becoming necessary for madrasas to consider imparting Bharatiya Tehzeeb.
तो उस एजेंडे के अंदर पहली बात उन्होंने कहा है कि पूरे हिंदुस्तान के करोड़ों करोड़ मुसलमानों में शिक्षा, रोजगार और भारत सरकार की जो आज मुसलमानों के विकास के लिए तरह तरह की स्कीम्स हैं, इसके ऊपर हम व्यापक चर्चा करेंगे ताकि उसमें एक संस्कृति, जीवन मूल्य भी आए, शिक्षा भी आए, रोजगार भी आए और वो तरह तरह से स्किल हो और भारत सरकार की योजनाओं का वो उपयोग करके अपने आप को मुख्य धारा और समृद्धि में ला सके। दूसरा, जो कुछ सेंसिटिव विषय है जिसके कारण कुछ कट्टरपंथी भड़काते हैं और हिंदुस्तान की धार्मिक और जातीय शांति को संघर्ष में बदलते हैं, उन पर भी वो वहाँ बात करेंगे।
Well, those that have taken positions adverse to the one that was expressed by Indresh Kumar suggest that this is not mentoring madrasas to open their minds to new stimulus, but this is communal manipulation of young minds in madrasas to try and alienate them from the Muslim faith. Where does the central line of this debate lie? Let's throw this open for debate. Joining me, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, MP of the Rajya Sabha, senior leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Ratan Sharda, RSS thinker, stays with us. Mufti Zai, advisor of Haji Ali Dargah, with us. There's also Sayyid Agha Ragula, chief spokesperson of the National Conference. Dr. Swamy, there have been many attempts made to modernize madrasas. Latest, the Prime Minister, in his maiden budget, allocating 100 crores for madrasa modernization. 3,000 madrasas affiliated to the Darul Uloom Deoband have shunned the reform, saying that this is a creeping attempt at trying to manipulate minds and alienate young minds from the Muslim faith. How do you react to these individuals who make this comment?
Well, first of all, I tell you that the all of them, all Hindus, Muslims, Christians, everybody is bound by the Constitution of India. And as far as the cow is concerned, that's there in the Constitution in Article 48, and it's reaffirmed in a different language in 48A as well as 51A bracket F. So this is one aspect. Second is Supreme Court has twice, once in 1958 and once in 2005, in a 7-judge bench, held that eating cow is not an essential part of Islamic religion. And also all religious rights, fundamental freedoms are subject to reasonable restrictions under Article 25 of the Constitution, morality, public health and public order. So therefore, to say that we have autonomy in India to teach what we like, what we think is appropriate, that in fact will be unconstitutional.
Mufti Zai, why resist instructions underwritten by the Constitution? What's the problem? What is wrong if students in madrasas are asked perhaps to obey the letter of the law? Why resist it? How can that be an assault, sir, on anyone's faith, religion? How can you read communal motives in something that has appeared and has really the legitimacy of constitutional instruction behind it?
आनंद, सबसे पहली बात तो ये बहुत ही शर्म की बात है इस तरीके की बातें करना कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के ख़िलाफ़ मुसलमान जा रहे हैं या कोई और जा रहा है। जिस मुल्क में गाय की इज़्ज़त हिंदू और मुस्लिम सभी मिलके कर रहे हैं, मदरसे के बच्चे हो या मदरसे के स्टूडेंट हो, यंग बच्चों के अंदर में हो या ओल्ड बच्चों के अंदर में हो या ओल्ड लोगों के अंदर में हो, सबके अंदर में एक भावना बनी हुई है कि अगर हमारे हिंदुस्तान के हिंदू भाई किसी चीज़ की कदर करते हैं तो हम भी उस चीज़ की कदर कर रहे हैं। लेकिन इस तरीके के बयानबाजी करके हिंदू मुसलमानों के दरमियान में कॉमनल बातें पैदा करना, ये इनका धर्म हो चुका है। अब ये इनका धर्म हिंदू नहीं है, इनका धर्म मुसलमान नहीं है। जो लोग इस तरीके की भाषाओं का प्रयोग करते हैं, चाहे वो सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी हो या भागवत साहब के कोई और कारिंदे हो, ये ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने हिंदुस्तान में ऐसी बातें करके ऐसे लोगों को भड़काना चाह रहे हैं।
क्या कह रहे हैं आप? What are you saying, Mufti Zai? Let me draw your attention to some facts.
बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही।
No. Is it not true that madrasas have now become considered centers of radicalization? That there is now a need to perhaps bring in reformist education, which will uplift some of the standards of the madrasa education. What is wrong with modernity, sir?
नहीं, लेकिन एक बात बताइए, मॉडर्निटी तो अपनी जगह पर है, बीफ को वहां पर अलाउ नहीं करना और गाय का मसला वहां पर लाना, ये कौन सी बात हो गई? ये मदरसे को मॉडिफाई कर रहे हैं, ये मदरसे के बच्चों को स्टूडेंट भी नहीं कहते हैं, यहाँ की हुकूमत मदरसे।
नहीं, this is a request, sir. This is only a request. No one is asking you.
लेकिन
no one is asking you tomorrow.
हमारा मदरसा है, हमें क्या करना है हमें मालूम है, हमारे बच्चों को कैसे आगे बढ़ाना है हमें मालूम है। भागवत साहब से सीख करके जाने की जरूरत नहीं है।
What is the problem if someone comes and says that look, at the end of the day we need to
ये हमारी कम्युनिटी है।
No, 1 second, sir.
Anand,
let me finish. This is Rahul here. 1 second, Mr. Zai. The fact of the matter is, it's very, very clear, Mr. Zai, and let me explain it to you. There is nothing very confusing. What is being said? That there needs to be a alignment of the madrasa with the mainstream. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
Right.
There's nothing wrong. You heard Mr. Indresh Kumar.
आनंद बोलूं मैं?
मिस्टर जाई बोलिए, स्पीक।
जी आनंद, मैं आपको बताना ये चाह रहा हूं कि ये कम्युनिटी का मामला हमारा है, मदरसे का मामला हमारा है। ये अगर मदरसे को ये आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं या हमारे मदरसे के बच्चों को अच्छा देखना चाहते हैं, ये मदरसे के बच्चों को कहते हैं ये स्टूडेंट ही नहीं है, हमारे को स्टूडेंट से पहले अलग कर देते हैं। ये मदरसे में पढ़ने वाला बच्चा स्टूडेंट नहीं है क्योंकि ये IT एक्ट के अंदर में आता ही नहीं है। इस तरीके की भाषाओं का प्रयोग करके हमारे बच्चों को एक तो आप दुनिया से अलग कर रहे हैं, आप उस रॉ से अलग कर दे रहे हैं जिस रॉ के अंदर में बच्चे हमारे रहते हैं, स्टूडेंट होते हैं। आप तो पहले वहां से इनको कट कर दे रहे हैं और अभी आप इनको भाषण दे रहे हैं कि ये खाना चाहिए, ये नहीं खाना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए। हमारा मदरसा हमें किस तरीके से चलाना है ये हमारे को बहुत अच्छे से मालूम है, हमारे बच्चों को कैसे शिक्षाएं देना ये हमारे को बहुत अच्छे से मालूम है।
One second, let me bring in. No. 1 second. Is that so? Is that so? Then why is it that so many of your own agencies have critiqued the madrasa system, Mufti Zai? कोई लोग कह रहे हैं, a lot of people within your own community who say that this madrasa system is now out of line, is no longer mainstream. Sayyid Rahula, I want to ask you. देखिए, simple question. Sayyid Rahula, simple question. There is a lack of centralized authority that controls all madrasas in a state. Therefore, there exists no uniformity in syllabus. Isn't it about time that such a centralized authority be created? What is wrong, Mr. Rahula? Sayyid Aga Rahula, tell me.
Well, there's no perfection anywhere. Every organization has its loopholes which need to be fixed. But should it take RSS to dictate terms to other section of the population which believes in a particular faith, to tell them what is right and what is wrong? How should you fix the things? Rahul, please understand, how would you take it if a right-wing organization of Muslim community as terrible as such as Wahhabi organization, which we ourselves do not endorse to, tomorrow tells RSS or majority population.
Wahhabi organizations, no, don't tell me, sir, that you don't endorse Wahhabi organizations. There are plenty of them focusing and working today in Kashmir, indoctrinating young minds. But you don't have a problem with Wahhabi organizations who are going out there giving stones, paying money to students there in Kashmir. But you have a problem if a socio-cultural organization like the RSS has an advice.
Are you at war with Muslims from?
No, I'm not at war with Muslims. I'm only asking you, isn't this a bit of
you sound like one.
Dichotomy? No, don't make this personal.
War with Muslims.
I'm only asking you, what is wrong? Why does everything become such a huge, big controversy, a sinister campaign?
Understand one fundamental thing. The majority population of the Muslims in 1947 stayed in India because we believed in a pluralistic society, which is being denied now by ideologies and organizations like RSS. What's the fun of being in India if the basic fundamentals of being in India...
What happened to plural society in Kashmir? Will you please elaborate?
Are demolished.
Mr. Sayyid, what happened to plural society in Kashmir itself?
RSS. Now,
what happened to the plural society in Kashmir?
The other sections of the society, other faiths how to behave in this country. This country does not belong to RSS and its ideologists. This country belongs to all. Muslims have its own stakes and roots in this country. This country belongs equally to Muslims, Christians and everyone as much as it belongs to Hindus, whom we respect.
That's what exactly RSS is saying.
Teach us.
That's what RSS says. Muslims belong to this country.
Is that a moral police? Is that an Indian state?
Let Ratan Sharda speak. Let Ratan Sharda also speak.
We are equal citizens. We are equal citizens of this country. You are pushing us to the wall by every day. Then you see alienation like Kashmir and other parts of the country, and then you object to that you have sense of alienation. You are in anger. You contribute to this anger. People like Mohan Bhagwat, organizations like RSS contribute to this anger, sense of alienation. You are doing disservice to the nation.
Ratan Sharda, your response.
Let me put a few facts before this gentleman. First of all, this gentleman talked of multiplicity, plurality. He is the person whose chief minister was in Kashmir when Hindus were violently removed from Kashmir. So let him not teach us what is plurality. Plurality is there in India. That is why Muslims, Christians, Hindus are living together peacefully. It is not there before. No, you cannot. Your Sheikh Abdullah started stone building in 1930. Let me come to the main point now. Now let me come to the main point.
It was the governor's rule then in Kashmir.
This anger of mullahs comes from the fear of losing control over the flock. They do not want the flock to come out of the backwardness they have put them in. None of the madrasa pupil is employable. That is clearly known. If they are given modern education, why
what do you call the behavior of Gau Raksha?
They will leave the flock.
What do you call the behavior of those who killed akhlaq then?
Even the mufti who has been so wonderfully nationalist all through is very upset and advised. Oh my God, you are talking of akhlaq. What happened to 4 lakh Hindus? What kind of foolish argument is there? Akhlaq murders were criticized. They were caught, they will be punished. So don't criticize law and order situation compared to your complete ethnic cleansing.
Check your own house. Check your own house
advice
before peeping into someone else's.
Suggestion.
Check your own house.
Don't like it.
I mean, there's a system. There's a constitution.
That by being
there's law in
Hindus,
place.
they own Muslims.
Is this
country
governed by law?
They have been gullible for 60 years.
Governed by
Muslims will be gullible.
Like RSS.
They will fall into trap of BJP or RSS. Do you think so? No, dear sir. They are wise. You are afraid because the wise Muslims will move out of the vote bank politics that National Conference, Muslim League and mullahs play. So this fear is what is really disturbing them. If Muslims become educated, they will come out of the vote bank politics. They will be liberal. They will be nationalistic. This is the fear that mullahs have. This is the fear that Islamists in Kashmir have. who are trying to make Kashmir into Islamic State.
Let me
they
bring
come
in
here and teach me about plurality. They teach of tolerance.
Yeah.
They have killed away all those lakhs of people. They have brought laws that will be hurting everybody. This Maulana, wonderful Maulana, always talking so patriotically. Why is upset about RSS offering some advice? Don't take it if you don't like.
No, Mr. Rahula. Mr.
Rahula was demolished.
No, what do you say?
Your argument was
Mr. Rahula, what do you say about the headmaster of a madrasa in West Bengal?
When hundreds
Excuse me, Mr. Rahula.
were killed in Bombay.
Do they want to be
Mr. Rahula, what do you say about the headmaster of a madrasa in West Bengal who was attacked for urging his students to sing the national anthem? Very simple.
Discrimination. You don't let them get educated. You don't let them get out of your hold, and then you cry when somebody wants to take them out of their hold. That is the tragedy of India. So now you are being exposed, so you are being angry. That's all.
Mufti
Zai. There is not a single word of Mr. Indresh which can be objected to.
Mufti Zai,
it is highly sober statement. You are just getting carried up because you have nothing to do. I don't know how to answer.
Ideologies.
Please respond with a positive agenda.
Mr. Rahul, मैं अंदर आऊँ डिबेट में अगर मुझे शामिल करना चाहते हैं तो आप बताएं कि मैं बोलूँ.
Your exclusivist ideology, whole Islamic State running on exclusivist ideology, teaching me a Hindu who is born pluralist, who is born respect for other faiths. You are teaching me one who threw everybody across the globe from their own societies.
I'm
the people who
right
believe in Allah. You are teaching me, exclusivist teaching me what is inclusiveness.
Why don't you get up, Mr. Rahula, and say that about the ISIS?
Majority
say that about the Taliban. Say that about the Lashkar-e Toiba.
By not
say that
allowing
about
other
the
faiths to
Hizbul
prosper in Kashmir.
No, call them Islamic fundamentalists.
They are all your friends.
Take that.
They are all your friends.
Say the Hizbul Mujahideen is an Islamic fundamentalist organization.
1930, who saw
अगर आप बदनामियों के ढेर अगर हमारे गले में डालना चाहते हो तो हमें भी आता है, लेकिन इंसानियत के तकाजे के तहत अगर बात करेंगे तो हमसे बात सुन सकते हैं आप.
Mr. Mufti Zai, I only want to ask you a very simple question.
जी
सर, मैंने इंसानी के तकाजे पे बात की कि आप पॉजिटिव एजेंडा लाएं, आप उनको पढ़ाएं लिखाएं. कोई जरूरत नहीं आरएसएस की आपको कुछ करने की, आप अपना काम करें. आपको कोई नहीं कह रहा कि आरएसएस के
और यकीनन आरएसएस से हमें पूछने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. आरएसएस हमें बताएगी कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए और हम पूछने के लिए भी नहीं गए थे और जबरदस्ती एडवाइस देने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. उन्हें भी बता दें आप मिस्टर भागवत को या फिर उनके कारकुनान को.
मुस्लिम किड्स, आई कांट सीम टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. आरटीई के नीचे कितने उनको फैसिलिटीज मिलेंगे, आप उनको डिनाई क्यों कर रहे हैं?
आप पूछे चिल्ला क्या रहे हैं? आप पूछिए ना कि क्या एजेंडा है,
किस तरीके से जीना आप हमें बताइए, या हमारे मदरसे में किस तरीके से पढ़ाई करनी है.
अरे वहां अनफॉर्चुनेटली सर
हमारे पास कानून.
अरे हम तो कह रहे हैं कि आप हिंदुस्तान का हिस्सा, आपको क्या तकलीफ है?
और आप हमें आरटीए से बाहर कर देते हैं.
Mr. Mufti Zai, investigations by the NIA claim as per reports that unrecognized madrasas in some states were in fact used to indoctrinate village girls in the ideology of jihad. It's unregulated. Why don't you regulate these madrasas? You will have some progress.
जो भी मदरसा है हिंदुस्तान में, जो भी मदरसा है, अगर आप उसको जिहादी से जोड़ना चाहेंगे तो यकीनन ये तोहमत है सिर्फ.
अरे भाई, नेशनल इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसी ने कहा है ये. This is being report has been submitted by the NIA to the MHA. Okay, one second. No, one second. You see, everyone has an axe to grind with modernity. I can't figure this out for the life of me. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy,
Rahul,
a simple suggestion is likely to be made in a couple of days, and that suggestion is being turned into some sort of a communal edict.
Yes.
Why do you think this is happening? What is the issue?
Well, obviously there are some misconceptions. One of the speakers just now said that we decided to stay in India because we had some conditions which the Indians met. That's not the correct position. The correct position is that the British Parliament enacted the Indian Independence Act, in which they said we are creating two countries, a Muslim governed Pakistan and a Hindu governed India. And the Indian part, the Congress party, that time the undivided Congress party, unanimously decided that those Muslims who want to stay are welcome to stay. But they are subject to the constitution. There are no absolute laws. And therefore to say that we stayed on these conditions is an arrogance which is not befitting, particularly since in Pakistan and in Bangladesh, the Hindu population is now gone to a microscopic level. It was 32% in Bangladesh, is now down to 5%. In Pakistan it was 18% and is now down to less than 1%.
What you want to replicate here? Is that
so they should not give us lecture. They should not give us lecture on secularism. We are all bound by the Constitution.
What you want to do here?
We are all bound by the Constitution, and you must therefore integrate with the rest of the society. You cannot have separatism. You cannot dress like foreigners. You should identify yourself with the law, the continuous culture of this country, instead of trying to replicate the culture
no less
of
than the authority.
of foreign
then the
countries.
Supreme Court has today stepped in and said that, look, at the very least, you must reform Muslim Personal Law Board to at least emancipate women. There is a problem. It is seen as a witch hunt.
That's right.
It is seen as a creeping attempt at trying to, of course, at some level or the other, constrained freedoms of Muslims, etc. The idea of modernity is a project that will actually take society further and integrate people. It will not divide people. And resisting on political grounds and suggesting that there is some big communal conspiracy is only doing a disservice to the futures of several people within society who actually look or should be protected by the Constitution, whose rights should be upheld by the Constitution. We will leave it at that on India Upfront tonight. Two debates which have sparked a huge amount of heat. Both, the fundamental point in both debates is the hypocrisy of entrenched interests. We leave it at that. Lots more coming up on the News Hour. Don't go away.